Hey friends, before we get started, I want you to go down into the comments and I want you to let me know what is your favorite 2018 picture books. What picture books did you love? What nonfiction picture books did you love this year? Put it down in the comments below. I want to know what books should I have nominated that I forgot. For the Nerdy Book Club Awards, which is what we're talking about today, I'm going to be nominating 5 nonfiction picture books for the Nerdy Awards. I already shared with you my 5 middle grade fiction books that I'm nominating. I'm super excited today to go with some nonfiction and talk about some wonderful picture books that I love this year. It was super hard to decide what books to nominate. There were so many amazing ones. I was digging through Goodreads, digging through a page on my website where I have all my favorite books, and it was really hard. But I found these 5 books, and I think these 5 embody the Nerdy Book Club spirit. I feel like these 5 books are books that kids and adults will love, and they will be shared in classrooms and libraries for a long time. Okay, let's do this. First up, Jennifer Thurm's Grandma Gatewood Hikes the Appalachian Trail. One thing that I love about nonfiction picture books, especially narrative nonfiction picture books, is that so often we get a chance to hear stories that otherwise we may not have ever learned about. Like, I feel like so many books often come from like a newspaper article, like a local newspaper article that an author sees and is interested about, or maybe like a small magazine feature. And Grandma Gatewood is this grandma who had all these kids and took care of them and raised them, and then one day she, as like a retired lady, decided to hike the Appalachian Trail, which goes from Georgia to Maine. And she did it multiple times. It's fascinating. The illustrations are beautiful. I love the story. I wanted to tell everybody about it. It's got these cool little, every few pages, you can kind of see where she is along her journey. Love this book. Love reading it with kids. Grandma Gatewood, hike the Appalachian Trail. It's a dream of mine to hike the Appalachian Trail, but I don't like blisters at all. I have like no pain tolerance when it comes to blisters, and I'm a teacher, and I have 5 kids, so there's absolutely no way possible. I'd have to be Grandpa Sharp hiking the Appalachian Trail, so maybe one day, maybe one day. Next up is Between the Lines by Sandra Neil Wallace and Brian Collier. I love football. I know a lot about football. I watch more football than I should. It's the only thing that I watch more of than I should. I had no idea who Ernie Banks was. I had no idea that this person existed, and his contribution to the game of football through his art and how he wanted to be an artist, and football paved the way for him to be able to reach his dream. So often it seems like football is the dream, and I love sharing the story with kids and having the discussion that sports for everyone sports don't have to be everything for everyone, and maybe sports can help you open up other doors. And that's what happened in this book. Beautiful illustrations by Brian. Sandra crushed it in this. This just won an award at NCTE. Super excited for it and love this book. I love that it's going to be seen by more and more readers. Love this book. Number 3, The Amazing Collection of Joy Cornell. Candace Fleming is just such a lover of history and such a beautiful writer, and another example of someone I had no idea. Joy Cornell, I'm sure people in the art world know who he is, but in like this STEM, maker, American pickers world that we live in, and recycling and like actually caring about the earth and not throwing everything away, and like believing in global warming because it's science, and all of that world, we get to learn about this guy who just found junk and made cool art. Like, that would be my summary. This cool dude found junk as a kid and made it into cool art and became pretty famous, and now he lives on forever. I had no idea who he was, but he's got this art. It's in all kinds of museums, and it's just a really cool book. I don't know if you've read this one, but you should check it out. The Amazing Collection of Joy Cornell. Next up is 30 Minutes Over Oregon by Mark Tyler Nobleman and Melissa Ai. Okay, I had no idea that the Japanese bombed the continental United States during World War II. No clue. Zero clue. This story tells about that. It shares the Japanese pilot, talks about him and how it happened and how he came back and did it again. And then like, after the war, him coming back to the United States. The story will blow your mind. It blew my students' mind. I have so many World War II lovers in my class, and they had never heard of this. They were blown away. It just completely blew their mind. It's beautiful. Kids love it. At least my students love it, and I think my students are pretty awesome, so your students will probably love it too. 30 Minutes Over Oregon, a Japanese pilot's World War II story. And finally, my favorite book of 2018, maybe? all the categories. I think Dreamers is perfect. I think Eugene Morales is going to win all the awards. I think that she deserves it. I think that this book is absolutely breathtaking. Her story of coming to America in 1994 with her son, and just what that was like, and how the impact that books had on it. Seeing them at the library and seeing picture books, and just getting a chance to experience her story told through her eyes, through her art and her words, just makes you feel good to be a human, and just gives you a little bit of hope. So Dreamers is one of the best books of the year. I love it. I love it so much. Let me know, again, down in the comments below, what books are you nominating for the Nerdy Book Club Awards? If you're watching this in early December, go to nerdybookclub.com. Click on the post that Donald Miller wrote on December 2nd, I think, and nominate books, because we don't all know all the books, and we can find a way to help make sure that these lists get to teachers and librarians, and that great books are shared throughout the world. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have an awesome-tastic day, and happy reading.